Welcome to our exhibition, Creative Exploration. My name is Beth Appleton. What you have seen or you will see in this exhibit is a project that started a long time ago, and it reflects a lifetime art journey. I created this movie to explore the connection between art and science, the creative process, and help explain how those fit into my personal art journey. Though my husband David and I have traveled a bit with my work, we have called the Big Bend our home for over 55 years. David helps make the art I create a career for us both. We keep a studio in both Apalachicola and recently established one in Tallahassee. I have always felt part of the arts community here. I'm so honored and excited to be invited by LeMoyne Arts to present this exhibition. It is also very special because of its timing. I love that my art will be on these walls during this year's Chain of Parks Art Festival. 25 years ago, I was one of the inaugural artists at what has now become a national favorite among artists and art lovers. That year, 2001, I loved being set up right next to my good friend, enamelist Kathleen Wilcox. I participated many times after that during my outdoor festival years and took part of gallery exhibitions here as well. I feel proud my art poster is sharing the wall in the Albrecht Gallery with all the other artists whose images were chosen to represent the art festival over all these years. LeMoyne has been a rich part of my past, which helped launch my career. Favorite exhibitions include the 1994 Southern Women Exhibition, which featured my work among 80 artists curated by the late Linda Van Beck. Other exhibitions soon followed. With every exhibit, my work evolved, influenced by my childhood, Tallahassee, Quincy, New Mexico, travels to the Caribbean and Central America, and time spent on a Gulf Coast island in Apalachicola. And all the while, I've stayed amazed at the abundance of life that surrounds us, which is abundantly rich, yet fragile. It is a place of extremes. Extreme weather carves out extreme beauty. We have lived surrounded by the water and close to one of the most important estuarine reserves in the country. Here, we enjoy a bird's eye view of our coastline and river system, spend an amazing perch to witness weather, storm impacts, and changes over all these years. It's an incredible sight, isn't it? In the reserve, we can see estuarine diversity at its finest. We can slow down and watch water ebb and flow, ruled by the phases of the moon. This is just one of the many dynamics that shape up the grassy habitat that supports so much of marine life here. Above, we see the ever-changing sky. The expanse of it catches our breath, where it's still dark enough to see the dust of the galaxies. I try never to take that for granted, or the brilliant sun which fuels the energy for this system. Everything in nature is connected. One of my cut paper works, Rising Tide, helps illustrate some of the dynamics at our work here. What we can't easily see, but equally important, lies just beneath the water. We hope to reveal some of that hidden world as we explore how art and science can connect. Connecting with our natural world brings us a broader understanding. We begin to care more about it. Lately, I've enjoyed using my art as a springboard to share creative ideas. Over a year ago, I was invited by LeMoyne Arts to exhibit. For months, it's been so inspiring to brainstorm with the talented artist and curator, Isabella Al-Sharif. This exhibit is the result of many collaborations. I loved Isabella's suggestion that we might consider an immersive projector art experience, so she contacted her digitally creative friends, Keith Robertson and Will Hill. As Keith and Will planned their production, they also included an ambient soundtrack that their friend Calvin Jones created for my silent film. This is all still a big work in progress, but I am beyond excited to see the final result by the time you see this movie. This is a perfect example of why I love collaborations. Together, we can do more. It has been equally exciting to team with Apalachicola National Estuarine Research Reserve, known as ANR, which is part of this exhibition as well. Center Director Jenna Harper and Kim Miller are supporting this show by sending their educator Melanie Humble to our opening to share the good work they accomplish. Melanie came along with her nature journals and vast knowledge to help educate our visitors during the opening, and she's doing the same at this talk. She's amazing. This is an example of Melanie's beautiful work. I exhibited at their Nature Center at Cat Point in East Point in 2015 and again in 2023. I love the show was local, surrounded by the estuary that still inspires me. The team at ANR helped plan the event. Megan Lamb, Jeff Dutro, Kennedy Hansen, and Melanie Humble joined Anita Grove, Dave, and me to swap ideas. Melanie and I met virtually, and the result was many sessions of interviews. Much of the footage to follow was from that effort, and I'll share it next.
I have a passion for science and a passion for art. What inspires your art?
I believe everything I have ever experienced has had a profound effect on it, whether I'm aware of it in the moment or not. I can't think of a time when I was not making art. I grew up in Central Florida in what we thought of as Old Florida, in Ocala, near the crystal clear waters of Silver Springs. A lot of my early work celebrated the fun of the iconic Florida imagery that I saw at the springs and loved to see in the rows of kitsch at my aunt's roadside fruit market. In 1992, I began making circular works. They were mandalas inspired by those mermaid dreams of my childhood. I call them floridalas, and that body of work still continues. This floridala that you see is called Frog Sagan, and it's part of the show, along with this piece I titled Diatomarama. I have completed 143 floridalas, like a snowflake or a diatom. No two are exactly alike. My art took a new path in 2010. That was the year of the BP oil spill. As Franklin County braced, Dave and I volunteered to join others establish baseline data reference. We helped riverkeepers document our most fragile and important estuarine areas. This organization still works hard to protect the Apalachicola River and Bay. After the spill, we worked to monitor local waters for possible oil intrusion. Overnight, the importance of life in our grassy nurseries became more precious to me. When I wanted to get a closer look at what really did live in a drop of water, David surprised me with a microscope. The first slide I prepared was a water sample from Apalachicola Bay and from a brackish water pond at ANR's Unit 4. There are no words to describe my wonder when I focus the lens, a sight I'll never forget and one that still guides my work. Our waters are rich with tiny life not seen with our naked eye. Back in my studio, as I worked on my art, these shapes just started appearing in my work, and I really had no idea what I was seeing, but I have learned many of the microlife forms that held my wonder are called diatoms. What I really found when I looked into my microscope for the first time was inspiration. A light bulb just went on. In an instant, I was connected to our magical world in a brand new way. I got lost in that drop of water. At first, I was taken by the mystery and beauty of them. Their patterns are so diverse and intricate. Finding them can be a treasure hunt. Composed of silica, they form glass-like structures that are transparent and often reflect light like prisms. But diatoms are so much more. They help make up the bottom of the food chain, so they are hugely important to all life. Diatoms are single-cell algae. and masters of photosynthesis. They take in carbon dioxide and transform it into the oxygen that we breathe. The next two diatoms were captured by a microscopist friend of mine, Dr. Robert Simmons. Robert used a scanning electron microscope to capture this local diatom. His micrographs revealed intricate details. The natural world inspires me every single day. Those experiences show up in my art. By keeping a journal, I can quickly record ideas I come on so I can revisit them later in a different way. My art, on the other hand, takes a very long time to complete. The sea hag has taken years to come to the surface. She holds diatoms and other precious life forms in her hands while Corona and Corona brevis circle. The hag helps document the times we're living, and we hope she will inspire you to think up some stories, perhaps write some ideas in your own journal about how she came to be. The diatomus, Mudman, is meant to be her companion piece. There are so many things I could share that are inspiring, that give me wonder, that spark my imagination to want to learn more and create art. The list is endless. One thing that continues to inspire me is working with organizations like ANR. Here's Melanie.
What does the fusion of art and science bring to our understanding that either alone doesn't bring?
I think the combination of art and science is a brilliant bridge to cross. The possibilities can just multiply. This creative dialogue has helped us accomplish far more than I could have just done by myself. I'm grateful and inspired by our collaboration. These are just some of the amazing micrographs captured by Megan Lamb, who works as stewardship coordinator. Next are some of the micro videos Kennedy Hansen captured at the center. His captures are incredible. As an educator, Melanie Humble has brought her art of journaling to share today. Some of her beautiful drawings can be seen on the pages displayed in the exhibit as well.
Down here is the cirri legs and the cirrus clouds, because, yeah, they're amazing.
Here's Jeff.
This is just a clump of oysters in Apalachicola Bay. And if you could go underwater and look close, this is what it looks like. Pictured a little bigger with this microscope. We just don't get to see it.
I wish I could share all our art science brainstorms. We swapped ideas about the nature of construction, destruction, transition, and change, how our eyes see images, but our brain interprets them. I'll share a few more.
So my question is, what does it mean to see, really see? What are we doing the rest of the time?
I think you absorb it in a different way. I believe you become part of the experience, not just a bystander. You are affected in a personal way. If you are a visual artist, you create the experience on canvas, or in my case, paper. A musician might write a song or a poem. Journaling helps us keep moments so you can reflect on them later. You are forever changed by the experience, and it becomes part of you. Art becomes a way of life, and there's an art to the way of seeing.
You said pattern is not just out there somewhere, it's personal.
We talked about how bees, butterflies, hummingbirds use color and pattern to find food and safety. Like a moth, they're drawn to them. We are too. Design repeats itself in a natural way. Patterns are everywhere, in a diatom, a salt crystal, a snake back, a trilobite fossil. Artists can't help but mimic them. It feels innate.
How does the journal help you see?
Maybe it slows us down. I've always kept journals. They're a great way to keep time. Melanie asked about the creative process. Number 1, get out of the way. 2, trust it will flow. And number 3, let go and enjoy. The show is titled Creative Exploration, and you are most welcome to be part of it. A creative exchange is our goal. Our visitors are welcome to write on one of the journal pages, or we can cut and paste your words into our book later. Leave a comment, a doodle, a drawing, a poem. Tell us a story. We will make pages out of your ideas and comments. When creative minds work together, we can do more, create solutions, and spark new ideas. We hope to fill our journals with a diverse blast of creativity to help celebrate this exhibition. What inspires you? My special thanks to LeMoyne Arts and all others who are acknowledged here. Our friend and musician, Jody Thomas, lends this lovely music, which really helps make this movie flow.